Hi everyone. I hope you guys had a good Sunday, whoever might be listening to this. Um, so earlier today, when I opened up my Bible, I opened it to Revelation 21. So I'm just going to read Revelation 21 again because it's interesting. I'm going to talk about the stones that are in there. Okay. Revelation 21, a new heaven and a new earth. And then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth passed away, and there was no longer any sea. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is among the people, and he will dwell among them, and they shall be his people, and God himself will be among them, and he will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and there will no longer be any death, there will no longer be any mourning, crying, or pain, for the first things have passed away. And he who sits on the throne said, Behold, I am making all things new. And he said, Write, for these words are faithful and true. And then he said to me, It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give thee water to the one who thirsts from the spring of the water of life without cost. I should wear glasses. The one who overcomes will inherit these things and I will be his God, and he will be my son. But for the cowardly and unbelieving and abominable and murderers and sexually immoral persons, the sorcerers, the idolaters, and all liars, their part will be in the lake that burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Then one of the seven angels, who had the seven bowls full of the seven last plagues, came and spoke with me, saying, Come here, I will show you the bride and the wife of the Lamb. And he carried me away to the Spirit, to the great and high mountains, and showed me the holy city Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, having the glory of God. Her brilliance was like a very valuable stone, like a stone of crystal clear jasper. It had a great high wall with 12 gates, and at the 12 gates 12 angels, and the names were written on the gates, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the sons of Israel. There were 3 gates on the east, 3 gates on the north, 3 gates on the south, and 3 gates on the west. And the wall of the city had 12 foundation stones, and on them were the 12 names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. The one who spoke with me had a gold measuring rod to measure the city, its gates, and its wall. And the city is laid out as a square, and its length is as great as its width. And it measured the city with a rod. Oh, and he measured the city with a rod, 12,000 stadia. Its length, width, and height are equal, and he measured its wall 144 cubits by human measurements, which are also angelic measurements. The material of the wall was jasper, and the city was pure gold, like clear glass. So I looked that up earlier. I wish I could go on my phone and show you how gold is actually clear as glass. Pure gold is a white powder, and when you try to turn it into, form it into whatever, at first it's like clear glass. The foundation of the city were all decorated with every kind of precious stone. So that had caught my attention after I read the stones, because it says the foundations of the city wall were decorated with every kind of precious stone. So if it says every kind, that means that no precious stone was left out, meaning stones that were not included are not precious stones. Okay. The first foundation stone was jasper. The second was sapphire. The third was chalcedony. the fourth emerald, the sixth sardonyx, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite. That's like a green. I had to look it up. The eighth beryl, the ninth topaz, the 10th chrysoprase, the 11th jacinth, and the 12th amethyst. So, the 12 foundation stones, the last one laid down is the amethyst. So that would mean what you look at is purple. So that also caught my attention. So, and they're talking about the foundation of the walls, right? The first foundation, the foundation stones in the city wall. So in the new Jerusalem, on the new earth, the walls will be purple. And the 12 gates were pearls. Each one of the gates was a single pearl. And the street of the city was pure gold, like transparent glass. Okay, and also going back to where it says every type of precious stone, I took note that diamonds weren't in here. So actually diamonds are not forever, because they're not going to be on the new earth. It's not going to be one of the things that God keeps. I know that he keeps gold. I don't know exactly where that is in the Bible, but it says when he destroys this earth, gold is one of the things that he's going to keep. And gold, you cannot, it's like alchemy never worked. You can't make gold. Like you can create diamonds in a lab, and maybe you can, I don't know if you can create all these other stones. I know that there's a lot of stones you can create in a lab. I don't know if you can create all of them, but you can't recreate gold. Only God can make gold. But yeah, it just had noted that no, diamonds are not forever, because they're not a precious stone, not according to the Bible. Okay, so continuing on. What is that squeaking noise? What the heck is that squeaking noise? Seriously. I know I don't have a mouse. I can't have a mouse up here. I'm on the 3rd floor. I've never seen a mouse. I've seen raccoons outside. I've seen rabbits, marsh bunnies, freaking a fox. I didn't feed the fox. I fed a stray cat for 2 years. His name was Scruffles. The fox used to eat it. And one time a fox and a raccoon got in a fight over the food. Seriously. And guess who won? The raccoon. What is that squeaking noise? I'm gonna check that out in a minute. Do mice even really squeak? I don't know. Anyway, I saw no temple in it, for the Lord God, the Almighty, and the Lamb are the temple, and the city has no need for the sun or of the moon to shine on it, for the glory of God has illuminated it, and its lamp is the Lamb. The nations will walk by its light, and the kings of the earth will bring their glory into it. And the daytime, for there will be no night there, its gates will never be closed, and they will bring the glory of the honor of the nations into it. And nothing unclean, and no one who practices abominations and lying shall ever come into it, but only whose names are written in the Lamb's book of life. It might be something I have on the stove.